Introduction to Surah Al-An'am in Ma'arif al-Quran. The Ma'arif al-Quran introduces Surah Al-An'am as a profound and powerful Makkan surah, revealed in its entirety in one night, accompanied by a multitude of angels. It is considered one of the long, early surahs that form the bedrock of Islamic creed. Key introductory points. The name Al-An'am, the cattle, comes from the recurring theme in the surah where the pagan Arabs' superstitions regarding cattle are cited as an example of their irrational and man-made religious practices. Verses 136 to 139, 143 to 144. Central theme. The overarching theme is the irrefutable proof of Tawhid, the oneness of God, and the refutation of shirk, associating partners with God. It is a decisive, logical, and comprehensive argument against polytheism. Context. Revealed in the later stages of the Makkan period, it addresses a community deeply entrenched in ancestral polytheism. Its approach is not one of legislation, like the Madinan surahs, but of intellectual and spiritual persuasion, calling people to use their innate reason to recognize their creator. Detailed thematic commentary outline. Following the Ma'arif al-Quran's approach, the surah's powerful discourse can be divided into the following major segments. Part 1. The Opening. Praise and Power. Verses 1 to 3. The surah begins by establishing the majesty of Allah in a way that leaves no room for other deities. Sovereign Creator, verses 1 to 2. Praise is to Allah, who created the heavens and the earth, made the darkness and the light. He created humanity from clay and decreed a fixed term for life and a fixed term for resurrection. The only sovereign, verse 3. And He is Allah, the only deity in the heavens and the earth. He knows your secret and what you make public, and He knows what you earn. This opening sets the stage for the entire argument. Allah's knowledge and power are absolute and all-encompassing. Part 2. The Crisis of Faith and the Response to the Denia, verses 4 to 9, 25 to 35, 109 to 111. The surah vividly describes the mentality of the Denia and provides answers to their objections. Their stubbornness, verses 4 to 5, 25. No matter what sign, ayah, comes to them from their Lord, they turn away from it. They have already rejected the truth when it comes. The Ma'arif al-Quran explains that their rejection is not based on a lack of evidence, but on a willful decision rooted in arrogance and tradition. Their demands for miracles, verses 7 to 9, 109. They demand that an angel be sent down or that the Prophet, peace be upon him, perform spectacular miracles. The response is that if Allah had sent an angel, the matter would be decided instantly, and they would be given no respite. Furthermore, they would not believe even if an angel did descend unless Allah willed it. True faith requires acceptance through spiritual insight, not compulsive physical proofs. Consolation for the Prophet, verses 33 to 35. The Prophet, peace be upon him, is consoled that he is not the first messenger to be rejected and that he should turn away from the disbelievers patiently until Allah's command comes. Part 3. The Logical Proofs of Tawhid, verses 95 to 99. This is the core intellectual argument of the surah. The Ma'arif al-Quran highlights how it uses the natural world as incontrovertible evidence. The signs in nature, a series of powerful, logical proofs are presented. Indeed, Allah is the cleaver of grain and date seeds. Verse 95. He brings the living out of the dead and brings the dead out of the living. Verse 95. The falling of rain, the production of gardens, the mountains, rivers, and the variety of fruits are all presented as signs for a people who reason. Verses 99. the argument from inception and resurrection. The one who originated creation from nothing is surely able to bring it back to life after death. This links Tawhid directly to the belief in the hereafter. Part 4. The Universal Prophetic Legacy, verses 84 to 90. To counter the Arabs' blind attachment to the religion of their fathers, the surah presents the true, universal spiritual lineage, the lineage of prophethood. A list of great prophets is given: Ibrahim, Abraham, Ishaq, Isaac, Yaqub, Jacob, Nuh, Noah, Dawood, David, Suleiman, Solomon, Ayub, Job, Yusuf, Joseph, Musa, Moses, Harun, Aaron, Zachariah, Yahya, John, Isa, Jesus, Ilyas, Elijah, Ismail, Ishmael, Alyasa, Elisha, Yunus, Jonah, and Lut, Lot. The message of Ibrahim. Prophet Ibrahim is highlighted as a central figure, a Hanith, a pure monotheist, who is not among the polytheists. This dismantles the Arab claim of following Ibrahim's religion, showing that he was a monotheist unlike them. Part 5. Refutation of polytheistic practices, verses 136 to 139, 148 to 150. The Ma'ariful Quran explains how the surah logically dismantles the superstitious practices of the pagans. Laws of their own making, verses 136 to 139. The pagans would arbitrarily dedicate a portion of their crops and cattle to their idols and a portion to Allah, always favoring the idols. They would also forbid the riding or eating of certain cattle based on superstition. The Quran exposes the irrationality and injustice of these self-serving customs. The false justification of ancestral practice, verse 148. The polytheists would justify their beliefs by saying, if Allah had willed, we would not have associated partners with Him, nor would our fathers. This is refuted as a weak excuse, for the messengers were sent precisely to guide them away from the misguidance of their fathers. Part 6. The Moral and Dietary Code, verses 119, 151 to 153. In the midst of this creedal battle, clear moral and legal guidelines are given. The prohibition of dead animals, blood, and pork, verse 145. These are clearly forbidden. The 10 Commandments of Islam, verses 151 to 153. This passage is a magnificent summary of Islamic morality. Worship none but Allah and be good to parents. Do not kill your children for fear of poverty. Do not approach indecencies. Do not kill the soul which Allah has forbidden. Do not approach the property of the orphan. Give full measure and weight in justice. Speak justly even about a relative. Fulfill the covenant of Allah. This is His straight path, so follow it. Do not follow other paths that will separate you from His way. Part 7. The concluding supplication and command, verses 162 to 165. The surah ends with a powerful personal declaration from the Prophet and a universal principle. The ultimate declaration of a believer, verse 162. Say, indeed, my prayer, my rites of sacrifice, my living and my dying are for Allah, Lord of the worlds. The Ma'ariful Quran describes this as the complete and total surrender of one's entire life to Allah. The principle of succession, verse 165. It is Allah who has made humanity successors on earth and has raised some in rank over others so that He may test them with what He has given them. This establishes the purpose of life as a test based on the responsibilities entrusted to each individual. Conclusion in Ma'ariful Quran. The Ma'ariful Quran summarized Surah Al-An'am as the masterpiece of Makkan Tawheed. Its primary achievements are intellectual foundation of monotheism, It provides a systematic, logical, and nature-based proof for the oneness of God, appealing directly to human reason and observation. Systematic refutation of shirk. It dismantles polytheism not through force, but through irrefutable arguments, exposing the irrationality of ancestral customs and superstitions. Establishing the prophetic legacy. It connects the mission of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to the universal chain of prophets, with Ibrahim as the central monotheistic figure, thus invalidating the claims of the polytheistic Arabs, a creed for the individual. It culminates in the personal, all-encompassing surrender of the believer, my living and my dying are for Allah, providing the spiritual and intellectual foundation upon which the detailed laws of the Medinan Surahs would later be built. In essence, Surah Al-An'am is the unshakable bedrock of Islamic belief. Before teaching a community how to live the laws, the Quran first establishes why to live in total submission to the one unique creator of all that exists.